Hi everyone, I'm Chloe and today I'm going to be showing you how to make the iconic chocolate cake from one of my favourite movies of all time, Matilda. Every time I watched this movie when I was younger, I was just dying to try the cake. So let's get into it.
We're going to begin by making the icing. For this you will need 330 milliliters of double cream, 130 grams of salted butter, 500 grams dark chocolate and 200 grams icing sugar. First you will need to finely chop your chocolate and add to a large mixing bowl or pan with the cream. Now you will need to put water on a hob until barely simmering, then place your chocolate and cream mix on top. Now we're going to melt the cream and chocolate until it's completely smooth. Once it's done, it will look something like this. Now it's time to measure out your icing sugar and add it into your chocolate cream mixture. Next you're going to use an electric whisk until everything is completely blended. Now it's time to measure out your butter and melt it in the microwave. You're going to want to do this for approximately 15 seconds, but make sure you stir it halfway through. Once your butter is completely melted, add it to your icing mixture and fold it in with a wooden spoon. Now you're going to go one more time with the electric whisk to make sure everything is completely smooth. You will now need to leave it to firm for 4 to 5 hours. For the sponge you will need 165 grams unsalted butter, 3 medium eggs, 330 grams of light muscovado sugar, 200 grams ground almonds, a teaspoon of baking powder, 55 grams cocoa powder, a tablespoon vanilla extract, 200 grams dark chocolate, 65 grams self-raising flour, 330 milliliters whole milk. First, preheat the oven to the temperatures on screen. We're going to start by greasing 3 sandwich tins. They can be 20 centimeters or 23 centimeters. Personally, I used 20 centimeter ones because I wanted my cake to be taller. After you've done this, you can just put them to the side as we'll be using them later. This step is going to be similar to what we did previously. You're going to have to simmer some water and then break up the chocolate, put it in with the milk, melt it on top. The process will look something like this and you just have to keep stirring and melting it until it turns into chocolate milk. Once it's done, it should look just like this. Now put your milk to one side to cool down and get your flour into a mixing bowl. Then add the cocoa powder, your teaspoon of baking powder and a large pinch of salt. Now you have your bowl of dry ingredients which you can leave to the side for now. In a separate mixing bowl, measure out your butter and add your muscovado sugar. Now grab your electric whisk and mix that together. Now add your tablespoon of vanilla extract. If you would like, you can use a teaspoon, but I prefer to use a tablespoon for extra flavour. Now add your first egg. So from now we're just going to be alternating between the dry mixture and the eggs. So just add dry mixture, whisk, egg, whisk.
Once you've finished adding all of that, we're going to whisk it all up and add in our chocolate milk. Fold in the chocolate milk with a spoon and even whisk it if you need to, and it should end up looking something like this. That's all you need to do to make your batter. Now you'll need to separate that into your 3 sandwich tins equally and put them in your preheated oven. They'll need to cook for 30 to 35 minutes, so be sure to set a timer. It's been 4 hours now since I've left my icing to sit, and this is how it should be looking. These are my 3 cake layers fresh out of the oven. To check that they're done, just simply stick in a skewer. If you don't have one, you could use a knife, and if it comes out wet, that's how you know they need longer. This is how they should be looking when they're completely done. Once your cakes have cooled for about an hour, then you can begin to ice them. You'll do this by spreading icing on the top of each individual layer. Make sure it's a thick amount, as this will act as a glue in between each layer. You will then need to very carefully place layer 2 on top of layer 1 and repeat the same step. Once you've placed layer 3 on top of layer 2, you'll need to not only cover the top but also the sides of the whole cake, so be very careful doing this. I like to use a spoon as it gives me the most control. This is what it should look like once you've done the sides and the top. And there you have it, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video and try the recipe for yourselves. It was honestly so easy and super delicious. So thank you for watching, good luck if you try, and I'll see you soon.